choosing the windows for the old station has probably been the most difficult decision we've had to make so far. Old railway stations used to have coloured window frames, and we've gone back and forth on whether we should have coloured window frames or white window frames. And if we do have coloured frames, what colour should they be? Luckily, we found a railway station which isn't too far away, which we think might have coloured window frames. So we're going to take a look and hopefully get some inspiration.
This train station dozens of
The upper windows you can see here, and the one on the other side. The windows are definitely the thing that's caused the most discussion between me and Gil around what we should do about them. There's 26 of them in total, so there is a lot to replace. And there's a lower part and an upper part of each window, the lower part being the biggest bit that you can see behind me. And that's all of the lower parts of the windows are all in this black PVC. So not in keeping with the old station at all. So we knew quite early on that we wanted to replace those windows with wooden windows, wooden sash windows, to make them as in keeping as it would have been originally as possible. And then the upper windows also all need replacing, and they look really small from the outside, but they're actually not there. They're quite big. The upper windows you can see here, they are a unique design. Surrounded by the beautiful stone. They are really, really beautiful windows. So the ones you can see here are boarded up. But if we move further along, there is glass in them. And the majority of them are broken. None of them are double glazed, and they're the original windows. So they all need replacing. They won't meet building regulations with them not being double glazed. So the debate has never been, shall we replace them, because it's always been a given that we need to definitely replace these top ones, and we want to replace the bottom ones to just keep it in keeping with how the old station would have been. The question has been around the colour. If you check out this old photo of the old station, so this is from the 1970s, and you can see that the outside of the windows is in green and then the inside is in white. And that was quite typical of railway station windows at the time. With old station buildings then, the barge board that goes around the station usually matched that colour on the windows. So we've seen a few photos of this, but we've never seen anything that can really show us what our station would look like. And we've also become quite confused with what bit of the window is painted a colour and what bit of the window is white. And that confusion has led to us making our window contractor very, very confused as well. So we realised the other day that there is a station that would have been on the line that our station is on that might have windows that are painted in the two colours. Now our line isn't there anymore, but it was on the Barry Railway line, and Barry Island Railway Station might still have these types of windows. So we're going to go and take a look if Barry Railway still has these windows tomorrow morning, which I'm really excited about. It is 5:30 in the morning and we are heading off to Barry Island to take a look at the railway station there. We're really hoping it's going to give us some ideas for the windows in the old station. We've really debated and struggled with what to do with the windows, whether to paint them a bright colour to be in keeping with how old railway stations used to be, or whether to keep them white. So we're really hoping that Barry Island Railway Station is going to have painted windows, or windows that are painted in a accent colour anyway, so we can take a look, we can really see what that looks like and get some ideas and inspiration. But why 5:30 in the morning?
Because we've got jobs to go to.
Yes, absolutely. So we are heading off before work, so we can go and then get back before work, and we wanted to go at a time when it wasn't too busy, because Barry Island can get very, very busy and could be a little bit difficult to film later on. So we decided to head off, decided to get up. Well, I got up at 4:45 this morning. You got up
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago, yeah. And yeah, we thought we'd get up really early and head off now. We're here. The railway station is just on the left, so let's go take a look. You just locked me in the car.
I think this is the first time we've been down here since we moved. Because I've never noticed it before, but if you look, you can see it straight away, can't you?
See what?
Well, the resemblance. But,
Oh, the resemblance, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I must have passed this train station dozens of times.
We just don't come down here, do we?
Well, no. Don't say that goes to the beach now, too.
It's so similar to ours, but bigger.
Yeah. But it's got the, for those stones up there, that BR and that 1896.
Exactly the same year
Yeah.
as the old station then.
Well, it's the same. It's the same old chimney stack as well. Look.
Oh, but that's the old one.
Yeah, no. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, before it was the same as ours. Ours was, isn't it? There was all photos. They've obviously taken off like the top 5 layers of bricks, maybe. Yeah.
And look at those lights.
Yeah. That was the.
They're
yeah.
cool.
Well, this was the end of the line, wasn't it? Yeah, it does. That's really.
But the windows are painted.
Yeah.
The top is a different shape to ours though, but quite similar.
Well, there's your answer.
What's the answer?
Well, the windows, you can see where they're painted, can't you?
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, and this, yeah, and this colour as well. That's like the, because I'm guessing that's going to be the same colour as the wood, is it? The wood's just faded over.
Do you mean the wood on the like little canopy there?
These brackets as well.
But that's more like pinky colour, isn't that similar to one of the Great Western Railway colours that we saw when we went to the museum?
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but look at this though. So you can see which bits are painted, which is really good. Because this outside bit is painted in the accent colour and then the inside is still white. What do you think?
Oh, well, there's the answer then.
Do you like that? Do you like it in the colour though, or do you think we should do them all white?
I don't know. Let's see. Looks like there would have been a canopy as well. Look, like, see where that lead is coming down the wall?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there would have been a canopy there as well.
Oh, and the little support bracket as well. Look in the stone.
Oh yeah.
There's one both sides.
Yeah. Oh, spotted. Great.
So that's really similar to ours. Apart, like I think ours. Oh no, ours isn't deeper. It just seems deeper because because the canopy comes out further. But it's very similar. It's just we've got doors either side.
Yeah.
Ooh, not fall off the curb.
Except for all this lovely stone at the end of the building, we've got the wood. You can see where they spent the money.
What do you mean?
Well, as in ours has got the wood, whereas that's got all this like sort of nice stonework, hasn't it? Because I dare say this was like the main station, wasn't it, at the end of the line?
Yeah, well this would have been the end of the line, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but that.
I really like that 1896 stone.
Yeah.
And the other one on the other side.
Yeah. I don't think we had one, but that's almost the same size as that window, isn't it? So.
Could we take the window out and put a stone in?
Don't see why not. All sorts of other mad things. Cool.
Look at these brackets as well. Yeah, so that would have held the canopy up.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
They look more recently painted than everything else.
Well, same as the pipes, isn't it? All the metal work. Yeah, it definitely is.
This is so cool, so similar to our railway station. The brickwork, the canopy, everything. Well, they're on the same line, so you'd expect them to be similar, but this is so similar to our station, and built in the same year. I would really like to have that stone like they've got at the front of this building on our railway station saying 1896, and the other one that says Barry Railway. That would be really cool as well. But the big decision is, do we have windows like this? Now, not necessarily in this colour, but do we have the two-tone like they are here? This is traditional railway style windows, so in the two colours, and it does look pretty cool. So decision for us to make, I think. Enough time for a quick walk along the beach before we go home. Quite pretty. You'd think we'd come down here more often.
No. I haven't been down here for years. Since we used to bring the girls.
There's people swimming. It's not that warm. Have we got time to go on the beach?
No.
Nope, back and ready for work. Well, that was a really fun trip and definitely helped us decide if we should have a colour on the windows. I think for us, the answer is definitely yes. They looked really cool, even in the faded paint of Barry Island Railway Station. That definitely needs a touch-up. It just looked nice, and it is very much in keeping with the building. So I think definitely we should have white inside windows and then a colour along the outside. But the big question is what colour now? So on the station currently, the barge board is blue and the upper windows are blue as well, but that wasn't the original colour. If you look back at that 1970s photo, it was green then. And then if we look back further still, Great Western Railway and Barry Railway also had their own colours that they painted the windows and the barge board. So it's a big decision. What do we pick? What colour do we use for the old station? We definitely need some help with this decision, and we would love your opinions on what the colour should be. I'm going to go through some options and also look at historically what colours would have been on the old station. If you can pop your ideas or your opinion or anything even brand new about the colour scheme we could have in the comments, we would really appreciate it. To help show you the colour schemes, I'm going to use one of the videos from the Station Road YouTube channel. Station Road is run by Julian, who is a model railway builder, and he's building a model of the old station. And he's done a brilliant video on the different colours that it might have been originally. So I'm going to nab a bit of that video to help explain the colours that we could have. Thank you so much, Julian, not only for building the model, but also for letting us use your video footage as well. What we're going to be looking at is the possible, I don't think we know their original, possible original colours from Barry Railway, some colours from Great Western Railway, and then also some colours that we know have been on the old station over the years. So we're really, really lucky. We have a paint sample from the old station from the 1970s that was analysed by, I'm going to need to look this up, 1 second, from the Welsh Railways Research Circle. So someone called Tony Miller came out here in the 1970s, took a paint sample and analysed it from the Welsh Railways Research Circle, big mouthful there, and analysed all the paint that came off that paint sample. So we actually have a sample that's got 11 paint layers in there. And this is what Julian had a look at in his video as well, and kind of broke that down. So we can look at that now and see what paint has been on the old station over the years as well. But we'll start off with what would have been the oldest, which isn't in that paint sample, I have to say, this is the Barry Railway colours. So let's look at those initially. These are the Barry Railway colours. So you can see they're a nice burgundy and a red colour. And when the Welsh Railways Research Circle emailed Gil, they said that there was a photo from 1910 that they'd looked at, and although you couldn't see it clearly, I believe it's the black and white photo that we have, they questioned if the barge board within this photo was that red colour. So they said that it looks like there's 2 tones of colour on there, and they've questioned, is it that colour, because that was the colour of the Barry Railway. So these are the maybe original colours that the station would be. But in the paint analysis that we have, these colours are not the bottom layer. So if we go back to the paint analysis, you can see that bottom layer is a more cream colour. And this is actually the Great Western Railway colour. So the first 3 layers you can see there are different layers of cream, and they're definitely the Great Western Railway colours. And they're the colours that you can see on lots of the Great Western Railway memorabilia. You can see it in the museums if you go there, and there's some pictures here which will pop up on the screen. These are the colours that would have been used when the line was taken over by the Great Western Railway. You can see those in layers 9, 10 and 11. And then I have this written on my phone because I don't have the picture in front of me. Then we have layer 8, and that is a purple or dark grey colour. Layer 7 is a light grey colour, and then layer 6 we're back to purple again. So layer 6 is the one that looks most like the Barry Railway colours, but we know that the Barry Railway wouldn't have been around at that point, so that colour wouldn't or shouldn't have been there then. It is a little bit confusing when you look at the layers, because the bottom layer is the Great Western Railway colour. But again, it gives us options for the colour that we could have on the old station and the colours that we know have been on there previously. So that's layer 6. Then layer 5, where we return to a cream colour again. Layer 4 is red. Layer 3 is then cream again. And then layer 2, you've got this greyish purple colour, which again, we don't know where that one came from. And then layer 1 is the bright green colour. So layer 1 is the top layer that was there when they took the paint sample. And this is the bright green colour that you can see in the 1970s photo. And then, of course, we have the blue colour that we have today. So there's a whole range of colours there. We would personally, I think, like to keep it more in keeping with a railway station. So maybe in keeping with the Barry Railway or in keeping with the Great Western Railway. But we really don't know which one to pick, which is why we want your views. So please pop your views in the comments. If you think, no, you shouldn't do that at all, you should do a completely different colour, put that in there as well. And we will consider all of those and make a final decision. And I don't think we're going to announce that. We might actually just get it all painted up and you can see when the first windows go in. But that should be fun. So we'd love to hear from you, and subscribe to us at the Old Station Renovation to see our journey.